What is up people, it's Fred from Influencer Unchained, and today I'm going to show you a very versatile way to make money online by uploading free files that you can either download from various websites or create your own quite easily to then sell on a special marketplace or other free channels. First up, in part 1, I'll demonstrate how to obtain or create competitive content to sell for free, as well as how to set them up for sale in minutes, and then in part 2, I'll go over various ways you can promote your listings for free and in a targeted manner. But before we begin, do be sure to smash the like button as it really does help me out, and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell for more videos about making money online and digital entrepreneurship just like this one. And with that, let's get started with the video. Thanks to the power of the internet, people like you and I are now able to create stuff like lessons, courses, templates, videos, ebooks, music, etc. based on our expertise and sell these things on the internet to those who might be interested. And this platform that I'm showing you right here serves as one of the best ones for uploading digital products of almost any type and generating a storefront for you for free so that you can list, describe, and promote your digital products. It's called Gumroad, and as it says here, people have made over 308 million on this website alone, selling films, courses, music, ebooks, and more. And so soon, I'll show you some assets and files you can either download for free with the rights to resell them, or easily create on your own. But before we move on to that, let's first quickly check out some of Gumroad's awesome features that sets it apart from other platforms. And the first of these is Gumroad's Discover page, which is basically its very own marketplace, meaning that you can potentially get sales from people searching on the website itself without necessarily having to promote your products elsewhere. And if we now take a quick look at what's actually on their Discover marketplace, over here as you can see there are digital products related to animations, softwares and apps, books and writing and such as ebooks and guides, as well as comedy, graphics, crafts related products, and design and tech, drawing and painting related products, education, etc. And with so many different categories, virtually any type of expertise and niche can establish a presence and products to be sold on Gumroad. Plus, you're not even limited to just selling digital products because, according to this part of their FAQ, you can even sell coaching services, Skype lessons, and even membership groups, as well as exclusive social media profiles such as your Snapchat feed, although I don't know why you would want to sell that. Now, before we move on to product sourcing and creation, I just want to point out one last thing, which is actually another platform for listing and selling digital products called Payhip. I have covered Payhip before in some of my older videos, and while it's functionally similar to Gumroad, there are a few differences which could warrant you wanting to use one over the other, or even both, to potentially reach a larger audience. And I would say that the key difference between the two platforms is that Payhip is a bit better if you already have or are more focused on growing your own following on other platforms such as social media or an email list, because Payhip comes with features that make it integrate very well into that sort of ecosystem. And on the other hand, Gumroad is a stronger standalone platform with its own thriving marketplace and even creator page that you can post updates on to grow a following on there, and it even supports its own email follow-ups without having to integrate a third-party service. Moving on to obtaining and creating content for sale, the first and probably the easiest way to do so is to get products with master resale rights or private label rights, the latter meaning that you can actually alter the product freely from websites such as idplr.com and freeplrdownloads.com. However, the catch with doing this is that because these ebooks are accessible to so many people, there could be a lot more competition from other people who are doing the same, which may or may not matter depending on what type of traffic methods you want to focus on. So what I would recommend if you're going this route is to find ebooks with PLR licenses so that you can change them, and preferably also with a source file, which is just the Word document, so that you can alter it a little bit. And an example of that would actually be this particular book called YouTube Saturation, which if I open up, you can see that it has a private label rights license as well as the source file included. So to download it, I just need to scroll down here. There's a bunch of different ads and stuff, so don't click on the wrong download button, but it's actually the one down right here. Okay, it's the light blue download button right here. Alright, and with that downloaded, again, ideally you want to change the title and thus the cover page, which you can easily make with something like canva.com, and also consider adding some additional content to the ebook as well if you want to really stand out. But to save time for today's example, I'll just leave this as is. Next, if you don't want to use PLR ebooks, say for example, if you want to create something more personal and cater to your specific audience, you can actually just create your own ebook fairly easily using Google Docs, as I've done here with this cover here, as well as the chapter headings, again, being done on canva.com for free. And speaking of creating designs on Canva, don't forget that besides ebooks, you can also sell digital templates as well, such as worksheets, meal plans, and pretty much anything else you can think of. And for a whole bunch of free drag and drop templates, you can always use, again, canva.com, and I personally use Pro for even more templates and assets. And then there's also Krello.com as well as Adobe Spark for even more that you can draw from to create useful digital assets. So those are just some of the ways you can create or get stuff to sell on Gumroad. Although there are yet more opportunities to explore, such as here's a unique vendor who's literally selling some ASMR type music for over $100 a pop, which they claim will work on your spirit or something. So for example, if I open up this one here and scroll down, let's see. Alright, so they have indeed gotten several buyers and with good ratings. So being a bit creative with what you sell and how you package and sell something could be a way to succeed. Anyway, moving forward to creating and ultimately promoting a listing on Gumroad using that ebook I downloaded earlier as an example. First, after you've created an account and logged in, you'll then want to go over to the products tab over at the top, then click on new product. Then here you can either select a normal listing or a pre-order or membership, but I'm just gonna do the normal classic one right here and name my product. Let's see what the ebook is called. It is called YouTube Saturation. Alright, so coming back here, I'll just type in YouTube Saturation ebook. And then for the price, I can just sort of name my price. I guess I'll do $9.99 for now. Then I'll select next to customize.
A few moments later.
Alright, and coming over to this page here, you can see that I've already set things up to save some time, and I have the title, description, as well as the image which I got from the download file, or if you created your own from Canva, you can just upload that. Then down here you have a call to action that you can just select, which is just the button that people click to buy the book or whatever product you have. And then you have a summary as well. You can add additional details like specs if you have those. I'm just gonna close this for now. And then below we have the actual ebook that I've uploaded onto this space here. And finally the pricing, as well as this is important to stamp your PDFs with buyer information so that you kind of have a semi watermark here. And what that does is it actually disincentivizes your buyers from reselling your ebook. But anyway, continuing on, if I go down further, again, we have the pricing here, and you can actually enable a feature which allows customers to pay additional amounts if they want to. For example, if they really like you or your content or the value that you provide, they can actually choose to pay more. So that's always nice. And then below this, the variations and versions usually isn't important. And this bottom settings, these aren't very important either. So before we upload, I want to just point out that on the right, I think it's quite neat that they actually give you a preview of what your product will look like, starting from the image and the description at the bottom and the price and all that. And once everything is ready, you can go ahead and go to the top right to select publish. And finally, with the listing live, Gumroad will actually generate links for you to either promote on social media or on your website. But before we even get to that, let's first go over how to get a product to trend on Discover, which is again Gumroad's marketplace. First, according to their own FAQ, it says here that in order to get your products the highest chance to show up on Discover, you want to first of all turn on your Discover settings in your settings menu, which is already enabled by default, I think. And then for the second step, you want to make your product star ratings visible, which is also enabled, which has also been toggled on over here, as you can see. And then you also want to try to have at least a sale of your product and have received a rating on the product. So currently we don't yet have that. So what you can do is first promote your listing somewhere else, such as with influencer marketing on Instagram, or perhaps just sell it for really cheap at first and adjust the price later, which I don't actually know if that'll work. Or you can just pay a couple of friends or family members, or even purchase the book yourself using a different IP address just in case, and also give yourself some good reviews. Also, do not forget to add a few tags here related to your product to give it some searchability. For example, I can type in YouTube to see what pops up. And there are actually a few here, so I can select YouTube and then, YouTube marketing, as well as YouTube channel. You get the gist. Next, for another really effective way to promote Gumroad listings, and it's completely free if you just put in some work, we have promoting them with social media, of which various platforms will work as long as you can get some targeted traffic to it, such as a niche Instagram page. And for instance, on my Instagram page, I sometimes do a so-called call to action on some of my posts, which is a call out to click on a specific link. For example, on this, which is my most recent post, if you look at the bottom right corner, it says that there's a video tutorial in the link in the bio, okay, and I have the thumbnail for my YouTube video here. And then if you click on my bio, I actually have a something set up with tailwind.com, which is this smart bio here, where I can actually include multiple links within this normally one link you get allowed on Instagram, right? So with this, I can have multiple ones, being my YouTube channel, some of my affiliate products that I'm promoting, and other things. And so instead of having these particular links, you'll want to have instead whatever you're selling on Gumroad, right? And then on your Instagram or whatever social media profile that you're using, your call to action would be instead of that product as well. And to actually enhance things even further, and I'm actually planning to do this myself, so instead of having this platform for using or housing my links, I plan to upgrade to another platform called car.co, which is also completely free. And here I actually have one of my demos I did for one of my other videos, but it's sort of the same kind of deal where I have a really nice looking template, which is just, again, one link you link from your Instagram or whatever social media profile, and then here you can use it to house multiple links, and it looks really nice. And another great thing about using social media to promote these types of products is that if you grow your account enough and establish a strong enough connection with your audience, you can actually promote a lot of things on demand just like that, and also even promote things besides digital products such as coaching calls, right? Which you can also list on Gumroad. If you build enough know, like, and trust, you'll actually be able to get some students to sign up for coaching calls and essentially become students under you, which you can actually charge quite a bit for. For example, here we have a page called Boosting Bee, which offers Instagram coaching services. And as far as I can tell, they've created their page and grew it completely for free just by designing these posts and delivering good value, actually helpful value, and optimizing their posts. And for example, this person actually shares some of their experiences doing these coaching calls and selling them, right? And actually succeeding with them, obviously. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can actually check out this page. Anyway, moving forward to another few platforms that I find are worth mentioning. First, we have shoutcart.com, where you can directly find influencers who will do, and you'll pay them to do shoutouts for you. So what you can actually do is find a page in a specific niche. So as you can see on the left here, you can actually filter by niche, and obviously depending on the product that you're selling, you want to find the correct one, right? And then you're going to want to find these influencers that offer different prices and different packages to shout out and essentially promote your product for you. Next, assuming it hasn't or will not be banned soon by your country, TikTok is a relatively easy to use platform where you can get a lot of views for very little work. So this is definitely one platform that I recommend if you want to get some views organically very quickly, although they may or may not be very targeted for that. And the last one I want to mention for now is, if we just come back to Gumroad really quickly, you can directly tweet or share on Facebook your product. And as for Facebook, you can use a Facebook group to promote your stuff potentially for free. But the thing with Facebook ads, if you want to actually run ads, is that they're very strict on the types of things you can actually promote. So it'll actually be quite difficult to promote using Facebook. However, Twitter, I wasn't actually aware of this before, but it turns out you can actually also advertise any tweet, or maybe not any tweet, but certain tweets that are approved using Twitter ads. Now, because I discovered this so recently, I haven't yet tested it out or done a lot of research, but if it does work for promoting Gumroad products, it could potentially be a very cheap and targeted way to promote your listings. And finally, for just one last thing, like I mentioned before, on Gumroad, they actually have their own email marketing system where you can send follow-up messages to people who have already purchased any of your products. And so what you can do with this is establish and maintain a relationship with your customers so that they have a higher chance of coming back to buy new products from you. And you can also use this to promote additional products similar to how you would normally do email marketing. And that is pretty much all I want to show you for today's method. But if you'd like to learn about additional methods, including how I earn passive income online, complete with guides and templates, be sure to check out the first link in the description box below for my top recommended method. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it or found it helpful, and remember to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell for more videos about making money online and digital entrepreneurship just like this one. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.